Hey, what's going on, guys? I don't know if you can tell, but I'm in my graduation garb. Got my cap, my gown, I got my reward, I got my football ring. So yeah, today is my graduation. And I'm terrified. I'm not gonna lie to you, I am scared out of my mind. I'm not ready to become an adult yet. Not ready for any of that. But one thing that after a long time of consideration and trying to decide on what I was gonna say, I decided that in this video I would just speak from the heart. So what we're doing here is we're going on to my Instagram because I had 2 poems that I wanted to share. I just need to find them. Alright, where is it?
What's up, guys? Big shout out to the Corona.
No, it's not that one. Trying to find it. Oh, here it is. So I had a couple of poems here on Instagram that I wanted to read you. We're gonna start off with the one that I don't like as much, because I kind of just wrote it quickly. I'm just like barfing out a poem, but it's still a thing. So I'm gonna start by reading this poem. I'm going to give a quick speech, maybe talk about some stuff, talk about some awards and whatnot that I got, and then after that, oh, thank you, Portal Master. How are you? Portal Master just joined us. Anyway, how are you? Anyway, back to this. So I'm going to start by reading a poem, going to talk, maybe give a speech or something, I don't know. And then I'm going to share another poem, and then that will either conclude the stream and the YouTube video that I'm recording, or just conclude the stream. I mean, the YouTube video, there we go, and the stream will keep going. I haven't decided yet, but we'll get there when we get there. So, first things first. This poem is called Class of 2020, or, yeah, we are the Class of 2020, however you want to call it. Here, I'm gonna, there you go. This is Class of 2020 by me. Class of 2020, we got that COVID identity. At least there's prom. Oh wait, what's prom? At least there's that graduation ceremony. Oh wait, the halls will be empty. Stay in your homes, stay in your houses. Just please stay on your couches. We are the Class of 2020, the class of no senior memories, the class of isolation and disease. No friends, no family, just Corona and me. We are the Class of 2020. The Class of 2020. So, that was a poem that, oh, you're doing good? You're in bed? Slow Wi-Fi? Oh, I'm sorry. My Wi-Fi has been pretty slow the other day. Anyway, so, that poem I wrote on the whim a little while ago. Let's see, did I date it? Let's see when I posted this thing. 8 weeks ago. So 2 months ago I wrote that. That was like halfway into the first month of quarantine, I believe. And yeah, we weren't doing too good there. And so I was like, well, I'm just gonna write a poem, maybe see if that helps. And it did help. It wasn't a very good poem, but I wrote it. So let's let me hurry and get to the next poem so that we don't have to do that a little bit later. I believe this is it. Yeah, this is it. Alright. I'm just gonna shrink that so it's not nearly as bright. Cool. Anyway, so for one, I am proud to be a senior in the year 2020. I am. I think all seniors this year were, whether you're religious or not, chosen by God or some cosmic force or by random circumstance. We evolved, or we were bred, whatever, into very strong people that could handle this. The universe and God, or whatever you believe in, knew that we would need to be here at this time to kind of fight the battles that we're fighting today. I don't think anyone else could have done it. So if you're with me in that boat of 2020, good job on you. We did it. Some people had their graduation last week. Some people have it next week. And some people have it today, or various times during this week. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. If I get emotional, excuse me. If I get emotional, just like try to ignore it. So, school in general, this was the last 12 years of our lives, the majority of our lives. And to have it end was such a catastrophic event is something else. I have friends that are in this grade that were born around the time of 9/11. That was the last big world scare, or at least scare in the U.S. The last real big one. And it's crazy to see that we're leaving high school with another big scare, but this one's like worldwide and crazy. It's insane. I never thought that I would get this far personally. I know people that I didn't think would get this far. It's been crazy. It's been stressful. The last 12 years of life haven't come easy. I mean, I guess they'll be easier than the next however long I live. But they were fun. Looking back, even when I was being bullied and beat up by other kids, and even though I was made fun of for being fat or for having elf ears, kind of a thing, which are my natural ears, but whatever, or having small eyes actually, because I have really small eyes. Whatever I was being made fun of for, I don't really remember that as much when I look back. I more or less remember the fun times that I had with friends and all the crazy things that we did, and I do have a few regrets from my years past. For being honest, I kind of regret a little bit being such a goody two-shoes. I think it would have been fun to at least get into a little bit of trouble. I mean, I didn't really do anything that bad. I never snuck out, never went to parties, and never drank or did drugs. So I only went to like 2 school dances, which isn't like bad or anything. But the one school dance I was actually looking forward to, because the other 2 I was kind of forced into going to, was prom, but that got canceled, so who cares? I regret not being more of a party person, I guess. But I'm also very glad that I wasn't a party person, because who knows who I would be. I'd probably be a completely different person. Wouldn't be into this. Probably be out partying instead of streaming and playing video games for you guys, and which I love doing. So yeah, I just hope that this eventually takes off. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this whole thing. This whole next few years. Well, you went to more dances than me. Well, that's probably true. But it is probably true, Portal Master. But yeah. So I guess now that we're done with the regrets and the memories, I feel like I should thank a few people. Thank you to my parents, my siblings, even though they're crazy, but thank you to them as well. Thank you to my extended family, like my grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles, for supporting me, and thank you to my cousins for being there always. Thank you to my teachers, and thank you to the staff, the faculty. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to my friends who were there with me. I've lost a few and gained a few. Thank you for always being there and helping me out. Portal Master, I know that we never really talked that much, but I'm glad that we have become friends even after you graduated last year. I'm thankful for the stream and the YouTube channel, and while I may not be making money from those yet, I'm thankful for them. We just hit 17 subs on what was it, YouTube, and we're at 256 followers on Twitch. That's pretty great. Now, if only we could get that view time up. But anyway, that's beside the point. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to my coaches. I never thought that I'd be into football. In fact, I hated football players, and I hated that they played football. I hated everything that the game stood for. I hated them. I hated coaches. I hated anyone who liked the game, basically. And when I was younger, I'd be bigger than most of the football players in my grades when they would play Little League. And so when we would get, like, they would try to pick on me, and then we would get into fights, and I would win the fights because I was so much bigger. And I was like, well, if football is that great, then why can't you beat me in a fight? And all that. But I'm really glad that my coaches were there for me, and I hope that even though I wasn't the best player on the team by a long shot, and that I could have done more, I hope that they see this eventually, and they hope that they understand how grateful I am for them, and how amazing they are. They really helped me out. I wanted to thank a few specific teachers. If you were one of my teachers and you don't specifically get a thank you to you. I just probably forgot to put you in here, or I'm just trying to keep the video as short as possible. So, first of all, thank you to Coach Hardcastle. He's the health teacher, or one of the health teachers at our school. He's a really great guy. He's helped me through some stuff, and he's really funny. We like to chat and joke around, and he's great. Thank you to Coach Cal. He's been great for everything that he's done, treating us like we're his own kids, and being great. Thank you to, I'm just going to specifically thank the coaches. Brumbaugh, you got my back, man, from day one. Thank you so much. You're amazing. You're one of my favorite dudes. Thank you, Meechin. I know we didn't get along for a while there, but towards the end, we started clicking a little bit more. Thank you to Coach Butakofer, or Koffer, however you want to say that. It was also your first year coaching, so I felt like we had a little bit of a connection, being both of our first years. And thank you to all my other coaches for everything that you guys did. I may or may not have forgotten a couple by mistake because my memory is very poor, but thank you to everyone. And now back to the teachers. Thank you, Mr. Stanford, or Lord Stanford as I call you. Really funny dude, really into Star Wars. He's really great to talk to about anything. Thank you to Miss Neves. She's really funny. I never actually had her as a legitimate teacher. I had her as an advisory teacher for half a year, but she's great. Thank you to Miss Newbold. She's one of my favorites. Actually, I got her a gift that I showed you guys in the collection, or actually maybe not in the collection video, but I got her this little Edgar Allan Poe pop vinyl that I need to get to her. Thank you to Mr. Morales, funny dude. While your students may sometimes not think that you're the brightest, I know that you're smarter than people give you credit for, and you're a funny dude, and I always love talking to you. Yeah. I think that's all the teachers I can remember right now. Oh, Miss Green, if you ever see this, I know you don't go to the school anymore, but thank you for always being there. You're fun to talk to about everything. And also Mr. Johnson, you're still at the school, which is great. Thanks for playing D&D with us and all that great stuff, and help creating those memories that we need in high school. Now let's move on from teachers, and I want to quickly talk about just a couple of fun memories of just messing around in classes, especially senior year. Senior year was full of fun and messing around while we were there. Classes were more relaxed. We could play video games. Oh yeah, Portermaster, Miss Green left. I think she moved to California. She got a better job out there, so yeah, she left. Haven't seen her in a while though. Anywho, we mess around in Newbolt's class playing video games on our computers and laptops, and in math class we'd just chill and talk for hours and make TikToks and do all sorts of fun stuff. Oh, thank you to my math teachers over at the Khan Academy in Meridian for having Khan Academy over at our school. It really helped me learn math and everything, and was pretty great. Yeah, we just had fun, amazing memories of just messing around senior year, and even other years, but senior year was more prominent because teachers didn't care as much to yell at us. But yeah, let's see what else we got. Oh, let's talk awards and whatnot. So we're doing a drive-through graduation ceremony. It's really weird. So we have to put these things in our windows, has our names on them and our class pictures and 2020 graduate and our stall number, and the stalls are like where you park your car. But I wanted to talk about a couple of other things. This here is a little booklet that talks about the senior awards, and I got one of the awards. That's what this thing is, around my neck. And I wanted to read what it said, because I thought it was funny. This is because I'm not really what they specified in here, but yes, we'll go with it. So I got Principled Student of the Year, and because only seniors get this, I would say of the high school, of the 4 years that I've been here. But anyway, it says, Dylan will passionately stand up for the things he believes in and those who are marginalized or unrepresented. He is an advocate for his peers and consistently shows outstanding character, which is cool. I wouldn't say outstanding character is what I would call it. I'd call it ADHD and messing around in class. Yes, I will stand up passionately for the things that I believe in, so I'll agree to that one. The marginalized and unrepressed. I don't know, that's just something that comes naturally to me, so I didn't notice that I was doing it, but apparently the school did, so yeah, we were kind of raised to do that by my great mother and father. Also, wanted to show off my graduation notifications, so yeah, there we go. Got a picture of me, another picture of me. It says class of 2020 graduates, or graduate. It's got like the info, Provençal High School. It's got the date today. I don't know if that'll focus. It's got a nice picture of me in the middle, and then it's got a nice picture of me on the side there, standing in an alleyway. This is really difficult. There we go. I think that worked. But then on the back, it has the final poem that I'm going to read to you guys, but I'm going to read it from the computer. But I'll read up to the point where it has the poem. So it says, "Dear friends and family, thank you for your love and support during this unusual time. It has been hard missing out on so many experiences these past couple of months. I wrote a poem that describes my feelings about what is going on." So then it has the poem. But yeah, so I'm just gonna, let's see if the camera will pick that up. That's what it looks like. And on the back, it says Dylan writes, principled student, or principled Providence Hall, 2019 to 2020. Then I got my football ring on. Does my camera focus at all, or does it just be like that? I think it just is like that. Anyway, it says Patriots football on the top, and it's got a big PH because I go to Providence Hall, obviously. And on the side, it has a football helmet with my number on it, and above that, it has my last name. And it shows that I played for 1 year. And on the other side, it says 2019 Team 1. It should technically say 2020, but who do I care? I don't really. And on the inside, it has my name engraved on it, which is cool. So yeah, so we got great little tassel boys. What else do I have to show you guys before I read the poem? I think that's it. I didn't get any. I got a football pin right there. You can't really see that, but it's a football. Anyway, I didn't get any cords because I was too lazy to do the essays. So yeah, I was too lazy to do the requirements for him, and so yeah, I didn't do them. So I don't have any cords to show off, but who cares? Who needs cords? They don't. When we would go visit colleges, me and Simplicity, or Aiden, as you guys know him, when we would go visit colleges, they'd always be like, cords don't actually matter that much, and your ACT score doesn't matter doesn't matter after your first semester of college. So yeah, tell us great stuff like that. But yeah, so I think it's time for me to read that poem to you guys. I hope you're as excited as I am. But before I do that, class of 2020, listen to me. Okay? Well, just listen up. This is before I'm reading the poem. I may have it up right now, but I'm not reading it yet. We were robbed. We were robbed of great senior experiences like prom, or having a proper graduation ceremony, or one at all. We were robbed from the great memories of pulling a senior prank. Robbed from the great memories of our final walk through the halls at our schools. We were robbed of our senior identity. And yes, because I'm one of you, I know that it is justified to be annoyed with how everything has turned out. I understand that you almost brought your dad's random cord just in case, or just cuz. That's funny. Anyway, we were robbed. Our precious memories that we will now never, ever receive or get has been stripped from everything that we love. We will never be able to, if you played any sports, you'll never be able to put on your jersey or your particular sportswear again, unless you go into the pros, but that's not high school level. That's not for fun. That's for your future and jobs and whatnot. But we'll never we won't be able to do any of these things again, and we won't have the chance to know what it's like to have a prom, a senior prom, or the senior night where you sleep at the school. Some schools have that, or senior breakfast when all the seniors get together and all that. See what Portal Master says before I continue. You might have been robbed of those memories, but now you have the greatest flex that no other year will have. A unique graduation. Yeah, that's true, but I mean, yeah, it's true. We'll be able to say that we have a very unique graduation, but is unique graduation worth it when you can't, when you'll never know what it's like to just take a slow walk through the halls one last time? Because we all thought that we would be back to school 2 weeks after this whole thing happened, and it's been like 3 months. We'll never know what it's like to have a final yearbook signing. We don't even know, well, we will get yearbooks, but we don't know when, because the plants are shut down. We don't know when, we don't know if we'll ever experience the things that we've lost, like that I mentioned. We lost out on so much, and I know that it sounds like I'm just having a sob story, but kind of am. If you're angry about this whole thing, if you're wanting to talk about it, you can always hit me up on Instagram at Anok_gaming. But we were robbed. So to all of us, class of 2020, I got a orange vanilla Coke. Cheers. Guess to the next chapter in our lives. Alright, let's read that poem right after we read this message from Portal Master. Maybe I hardly remember that stuff, and it was only a year ago. Yeah, that's true, but you still got to have those memories, whether you've forgotten them or not. You still got to enjoy all of that. And I know me personally, I usually never forget important stuff like that. And the stuff that I do forget is just random stuff that doesn't really matter, but stuff like that I never forget. Like the last time I walked through the junior high hallway before I moved on to 9th grade, or my first day of 9th grade even, I remember all of that. I remember all the way back to my first day of kindergarten. I remember important firsts and important lasts, and those are ones that I would have liked to have in my memory. But who cares? It's over now. It doesn't matter. And me and a lot of other seniors, and I know everyone goes through this, but a lot of us are really anxious and uncertain of what the future holds. Apparently there's a Spotify commercial. Anyway. I'm kind of waiting for it to end. Come on. Did it work? Is it gone? Nope. Cool. Well, I'm just going to keep talking then. Well, so, yeah. I would like to have those memories, but it doesn't matter. It's all over. But as I was saying, a lot of us seniors are nervous for the future. Like most seniors are, but us in particular, I feel are a little bit more worried because we don't know how COVID is going to affect our future, at least because we didn't know what it was like outside of high school to begin with, let alone now we have to take extra precaution because of this whole corona thing. But I know life does tend to be cruel, as you said. But yeah, it's gonna be confusing. I feel like every senior feels this. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing with my life. I haven't quite decided whether or not I'm going to college or my mission first, or whether I'm going on my mission and then, or college and then going on my mission and then going back to college. I have no idea. But none of that matters. Because I guess today is a day to be celebrating, even though I am terrified and filled to the brim with anxiety. I don't want to move on from this. I want to stay as young as possible forever. Life is moving so fast, and I know that in 5, 10, 20, 30, even up until the day I die, years in the future, I'm gonna look back, I'm gonna be like, man, time flies. But when you're in high school, like when you're in school and you haven't moved on yet, it flies in a different way, I would feel. It flies like, why does that keep happening? Anyway, no, you're that way. Wait. Okay, we're just gonna leave it. Anyway, it flies like it's coming at you. Like life is coming at you and it's gonna just slap you across the face. But I feel like as an adult, it would be more like you're flying towards the end of your time. Instead of having something come at you, you're heading towards it and you want to stop, but you keep burying your feet in the ground and you can't stop. But when you're in school and you're about to graduate, I feel like life feels like it's coming at you, ready to just slap you across the face and drag you through whatever it's about to drag you through. And that thought is both terrifying and exhilarating, I guess. But I guess you just gotta make the best out of what you've got. Oh, look, you said that. You said make the best out of what you've been given. Anyway, yeah. But enough of that. Let's get on to the poem and end the YouTube video, and then we can continue the stream and stuff. But let me end off with a poem. Alright, here we go. This one is called This Was Our Year, by me. This was our year. This was our time. This was our opportunity. Our opportunity, sorry. To be recognized for our 12 years, to shine our brightest, to choose who we are to become. Who are we? Who do you think we are? Who has been wronged? We are the class of 2020. We are young adults. We have been robbed. Could you just cheer up, they say? Could you just forget, they say? Could you just move on, they say? Can we just have our year back? Can we just go in reverse? Can we just have prom? After all, this was our year. We were robbed, and we can never get this back. We are no longer the class of 2020. We are now the class of COVID-19. Now that I'm reading over this, I see there's a little error in my spelling. I can't edit it, but if you see, there's the didn't, but it's didn't. Anyway, but yeah, so we are no longer the class of 2020. We are now the class of COVID-19. I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm not ready for life. Not ready for any of this. Has this just stopped? Come on. Anyway, I'm terrified. And, I don't really want to see what the future holds, but I guess we have to. Before I leave, I want to show you guys the Class of 2020 merch. So these are hoodies that you can get in any one of these colors. We also have mouse pads, mugs, stickers, and t-shirts. T-shirts come in a few different colors: white, red, black, blue, purple. I think originally I had one of them on a green, but it didn't look that great. But yeah, anyway. Anyway. This whole thing is, go check it out if you want Class of 2020 merch, I guess. The link is right here, but there's also the link down below if you're watching the Twitch stream, or there's a link right here in my Instagram. It'll just take you to this. You just scroll down to merch, click on merch, and it will take you to here. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed listening to me kind of show my sentiment. Before we end this, let's read this final message from Portal Master. It flies, but you don't notice it. Every year has been the same, so why worry? But it has come to an end. You really realize time flies, and you begin to see how unpredictable it truly is. Well, that is a great message to end on. If any of you from high school are watching this at any time, or if any of you of my teachers are watching this, you can find me here or on the Facebook, or anywhere. For some reason my music just stopped playing, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I hope you enjoyed today's video of me letting out my heart, my feelings, and talking about this and how it all feels. This will go up while I'm at graduation. If you enjoyed today's video, check out the merch, drop a like, hit subscribe, and hit the little bell for notifications. If you're watching this and you want to watch my graduation, you can go to Facebook.com and go to Providence Hall High School. It's this top one right here, and there should be a live thing going. It starts at 5, but you gotta know you're never alone. That's your Portal Master. You gotta know that you're never alone. But anyway, there should be a live event thing on here. So yeah, it's also going to be on a radio station, but they haven't told us which radio station or what radio signal to turn to. They just told us that they would tell us when we get there, so I can't direct you to that. But if you are watching, thank you so much. And this has been Anarch from Anarch Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.